So we're out in one of the clear cuts that was done here at Groton State Forest to provide young forest for species that require it. Moose are a species that utilize this habitat, especially throughout the growing season, so mainly in the summertime, but even now they would be apt to be out here feeding heavily. What we're seeing in front of us here is this year's annual growth on a bunch of different tree species and shrubs where there's no leaves left on them anymore because moose have stripped all the leaves off when they come feeding through here in the summertime. They're very interested in this year's annual growth and the leaves that are on that section of the tree. This is the most nutritious part for them. And this is how they put on weight and fat reserves, feeding heavily through the summertime. An adult cow will weigh 1,000 pounds easily. She will consume 100 pounds of food per day, green weight. In the wintertime, their metabolism slows down and they're down to just 40 pounds. But in the summertime, they consume a lot of feed, and they do that by taking their long tongue and just rolling around the leaves, and we'll pinch that against their palate, the roof of their mouth, and strip these leaves off in great bunches in one bite. A moose will stand 6 or 7 feet high. Its head can go up even higher, of course. And this is where they can find the conversion of the sun's energy down at their level where they can reach. We've just stumbled onto some moose pellets, pellet group, and they're old and they're dry, so I don't mind picking them up. And these are probably from last winter because they're pretty well formed and made up of winter browse, which is just twigs instead of more watery summer foods, either leaves with a higher moisture content or aquatic plants, which would leave more of a cow pie type appearance versus the pellets. Yeah, so we just came out of one of the old clear cuts looking at some of the browsing that moose have done, and we're on this Coldwater Brook Trail, multi-purpose trail, and we've seen some moose tracks that were made not that long ago. And these are definitely adults, and my guess is it's probably a cow, really not much more than 4 or 5 inches long from the tip of one of the cloven hooves to the heel pad, whereas a bull moose would be more apt to be closer to 6 inches in length. And they're finding it easier to walk through here than all those blackberries.